Next up we have the drama from the Bhagavad-gita. Sorry. How many people have heard of the Bhagavad-gita before? Okay. No, about half of the people in the room. Okay. The Bhagavad-gita is the famous dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna 5,000 years ago on the battle of Kurukshetra, the battlefield. And it's one of the sacred texts of the Vedic culture, or the Krishna culture of India. And we like to choose themes from the Bhagavad-gita because it relates to Lord Krishna. And in this case, the drama is from the 14th chapter called The Three Modes of Material Nature. And I won't give the plot away too much. You'll watch the drama and it's self-explanatory. It's a beautiful piece, dramatized and scripted by Kalyapani Das in Alachua, Florida. He's a well-known actor within the Hare Krishna movement.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. One of the most ancient books of wisdom known to man is called the Bhagavad-gita. This text, spoken by Lord Krishna, explains that this material body is not actually who we are. It says that our real and permanent identity is pure, uncontaminated spirit or soul. And that by coming in contact with this material nature, we become influenced in three basic ways. These three ways of nature are called goodness, passion, and ignorance. Have you guys seen ignorance? Passion, would you go get ignorance for me? Now, as we will see, under the influence of the three modes, the soul is either satisfied, active, or helpless.
Namaste. I am the mode of goodness. Under my influence, the soul is conditioned to a sense of well-being and happiness. So you may become a poet, a philosopher, a teacher, or a monk. Your living habits will become very clean and simple, and you will be inclined to work, but for the welfare of others. Beware, however, I may trap you into a sense of comfort and complacency, and thus ruin your chances for spiritual liberation.
Hello, hello! I'm Passion, vote for me! Only kidding. Everyone knows me. I'm famous. I am the standard for all modern civilization. Under my influence, one feels a longing and hankering and unlimited desire
Could you bring it over here for me?
But I'm the narrator.
You're gonna make me stand here the whole time? I've been here for like 5 minutes. Ignorance is bliss. Let me tell you how I feel about, life now. It's okay to think about all the things you're gonna do. That can be fun. But don't bother to actually do anything you don't have to, because then you might make yourself really tired. When you don't get what you want, you get frustrated. And the government takes away everything you make anyway. And your wife demands stuff, and you can never satisfy her. So you work harder and harder. And still she takes off with the kids and leaves you all alone and depressed. Then all you can think of is ending a miserable life. Oh, I need a pick-me-up.
You're gonna drink now, in front of all of these people?
Hey, don't make me do it.
Easy, 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 easy.
That hits the spot. Now, what was I talking about? Kind of been very important. I better have some more. Starting to feel tense. Starting to think. Under my influence, the soul deludes himself. He sleeps. He dreams.
The chair? All right, thank you, Moats. Now, would you come here a second? It's all right, it's all right. All right, now, what I'm going to do is summon a spirit soul, and I want each of you to influence him in your own particular way. He will be completely unsuspecting and naive, so you shouldn't have any trouble at all. All right? You have any questions? All right, go get ready. Oh, spirit soul, I summon you to appear here. The material world is your playground. Now, what does he want? He wants to be free. He wants to enjoy or exploit this material world. But he is unaware that at every step he will be controlled by these 3 modes. In the Bhagavad-gita, Lord Krishna says that sometimes the mode of passion becomes prominent and defeats the mode of goodness. And sometimes the mode of goodness defeats passion. And at other times, the mode of ignorance defeats both goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. Then, Lord Krishna describes the mode of goodness. He says the mode of goodness, being more pure than all the other modes, is illuminating and frees one from all sinful reactions. One in the mode of goodness develops symptoms of knowledge, but becomes conditioned by the concept of happiness.
Namaste, spirit soul.
Namaste.
Come with me for a walk in the beautiful countryside. Look. I've brought us a healthy picnic lunch. The air is clean here, and we can be free from the agitating elements of the city. Sit here. Have some pure spring water.
Thank you, goodness. Isn't it lovely here? It's so peaceful. I feel like I could stay here forever. Just look at how blue that sky is.
Here, spirit soul, have some of this organic fruit.
Oh, thanks. Delicious. Isn't nature beautiful, goodness? Rolling hills, the birds' sweet songs. I feel that we are meant to live in harmony with nature and enjoy her bounty. I feel such happiness just being here with you. It makes me feel glad to be alive and enjoying God's beautiful creation.
More spring water?
Sure.
Then, Lord Krishna describes the mode of passion. He says that when there's an increase in the mode of passion, the soul develops symptoms of great attachment, uncontrollable desires, and intense endeavors.
Spirit soul, what are you doing, man? Getting a tan? My knee is behind me, Sunny. Suppose you forgot about Susie? You promised to take her to Vegas this weekend. That's right. Lose your money, Vegas. You think Susie wants to live under a tree? Her old man owns half the west side. Let's go make them bucks, Chuck. Get a house, get a car. You'll go far. You're a star, a Great Dane, a private plane. No pain, no gain. You'll be rich. You'll reach the top. There's just one hitch. You can't stop. There will always be someone waiting to take it away from you. But that just means you'll have to be better than them. Here. I've got something for you.
Then, Lord Krishna describes the mode of ignorance. He says that when there's an increase in the mode of ignorance, the soul displays madness, illusion, inertia, and darkness.
Slow down. There's more to life than hard work. Sit down, relax. I've got just the thing for you. Here, have some refreshment. Yeah, feels better already, doesn't it? You know, spirit soul, a fellow like you could go far. You think so? But you work too hard. You're too responsible, too conscientious. How can you really enjoy life with all that stress? So much stress. You better have some more. Drink up.
Just think about the future, spirit soul. Picture yourself at the Bahamas on a short vacation, surrounded by beautiful girls. They're gonna love you, baby. Someday, if you work hard, you'll be a rich man. Picture yourself in 20 years. You're rich in Kentucky. And your penthouse in Manhattan. And you grilling a big steak on your balcony. 30 floors up in the sky.
Hey, why don't
don't you quit that lousy job, Spirit Soul?
My job? You know you hate it. It's so boring. Can you imagine doing it for 20 years?
It's a long time.
You better sit down and think about it. Actually, don't even think about it. Just take a nap. And tomorrow you can quit your job and we'll just chill. Stick with me and you'll never have to work again.
Wake up, Spirit Soul, wake up! You've got work to do! Out on the freeway, drive for an hour, time is money and money is power. Your son has to go to college in Boston. Your wife has to wear the latest from Houston. You want to quit? You can't even retire. All you can do is acquire, acquire, acquire.
Hey, get off your feet, Spirit Soul.
Here, try this.
Yeah. Pass it back. Yo, come on. No, Spirit Soul.
I need a couple of weeks off. Veg out, play some video games, stock up the fridge with some six-packs, close the curtains and just shut out the world. Sounds good, huh?
Spirit Soul, what are you doing? This stuff will poison your system. And you. Disgusting. When was the last time you took a bath?
Well, what day is it?
Come with me, Spirit Soul. You know, you really should give up intoxication because it is very bad for you.
Really? But he said that intoxication is just another one of nature's gifts.
No, it is the misuse of nature's gifts. All plants, minerals, and so on do have some use, but human life is meant for a higher purpose, for learning. Intoxication muddles the mind and weakens the body and senses.
Maybe you're right, goodness.
And there are many good reasons for becoming a vegetarian.
Such as?
To live in harmony with nature, one must purify one's heart. But the cruelties of animal slaughter harden the heart more and more.
You know, goodness, in your presence, I feel like living a simple, wholesome life, where I can study most of the time and advance myself in knowledge.
Yes, actually, only with me can you really gain the knowledge to see things as they are. You will never get any intelligence by associating with these lower modes, passion and ignorance. This book, thank you, the Bhagavad-gita, has a lot to say about awakening your intelligence so that you can distinguish between food, worship, and activities in the three modes. Study it very carefully so that you can avoid the tricks of passion and ignorance.
Thank you, goodness. Let me see. What does it say here? One in the mode of ignorance acts whimsically for no purpose. Even though he has the capacity to work, he makes no endeavor. That sounds like me sometimes. One in the mode of passion is never satisfied with the position he has already acquired, but seeks to elevate his position. He develops a great hankering for mundane sense enjoyment. Yes, I know that feeling. So that's the mode of passion, huh? A person in the mode of goodness is satisfied with his work or intellectual pursuit. In the mode of goodness, one can see things as they are.
You see, Spirit Soul? You can live a very happy life by my influence. You can work to save the environment. You can become a vegetarian. You can get into art, poetry, and fine music.
Hey, don't listen to goodness. I'm not through yet. He's mine.
Now, spirit soul, don't be influenced by this stupid mode. Let's concentrate on holistic living and try to make your life here as pure and pleasant as possible.
But wait, it says here that if I'm to be serious, I have to transcend all three modes. Because one does not need to accept the dictations of the material body. Whoa. I'm not this body. By performing transcendental devotional service to Krishna or God, one destroys the reactions of his past karma and does not create new reactions. Thus, he is not bound to this material world, but travels on to the spiritual world.
But spirit soul, you...
Thank you, goodness. Thank you. By your influence, I was able to give up the abominable habits forced upon me by passion and ignorance, and see things clearly. I know now that I am not this body, and that I have to transcend all three modes, and that I belong in the spiritual world. But how do I get there? What do I do now? Maybe this will tell me. One can very quickly transcend the three modes of nature by chanting the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. That was the three modes of nature from the Bhagavad-gita. I'd like to introduce the actors for you. Who do we start with? Who was the first mode? Anybody remember? Goodness. The mode of goodness was played by Vrindavani from Alachua, Florida. In fact, most of the actors are from Alachua because they stay with us for the whole tour. So. The next mode was Passion. Passion was played by one of our dancers, Vani from Alachua, Florida. And the third mode, who was your favorite mode? Ignorance. Ignorance was played by Amala Purana Das from North Carolina / Vrindavan / Alachua, Florida. Everyone moves to Alachua at some point, right? And next we have the Jiva, the soul, played by Narayan from Alachua, Florida. And finally the narrator, who is not from Alachua, Rupa Vilas Das from New Vrindavan, West Virginia.